I really should keep better track of the fucking music I use. How do you not have the song in history? I use it all the fucking time. And then you just don't become relevant at all. God, I fucking hate you, Google. Holy shit. Hey, Beowulf. It is time for the greatest trick of all. Revolver Ocelot. Congrats, Jake. The big waste. Whoa, what the hell? I do like the idea of the slide whistle with that emote. Non-subject shoot Takumi related games like Nexus Demo is Phoenix Wright, but it's sock puppets. So when you say Phoenix Wright is sock puppets, does the when objection occurs, does the hand in the sock puppet just point to where it looks like the entire body is just like pointing the objection? Locked in for the cliffhanger. God. Still feel kind of bad about that one. Oh god, the desk flame would also be very funny because it just implies that it's a head desk more than anything. It's amazing what kind of wounds you can survive in Warring States Japan. Like an entire... What was that?
Supposedly the reason why he was able to do that because he was actually supposed to be like implied that he's a yokai.
Oh, I never knew that. That would explain his chaotic nature.
Go take a pee.
True, we did just go immediately from movie night to this. Guilty as sock. I should look at that then. Also, man, I'm having a little bit of slight trepidation about streaming FF7 Rebirth, because I got to a point today where I completed a plot beat, and then the game said, literally everything on the planet has 2 more ticks of activity to do, and I'm like, oh, oh. Luckily, it's not too bad. I think I did like 70% of it in the span of an hour. But also, like, man, that is a terrifying thing to see. Guilty as sock. It's not what I was hoping for. The head in the hand sock is not doing hand motions. I'm a little bummed out at that. FF16 had the same problem. Yeah, but at least the quests felt like they were quick in this. And I found a quest that I actually really liked. Also, thanks for the sub, Divine Hero. The Final Judgment! I don't think I've gotten to there yet. Beowulf is just that, like, for what they showed, I was like, oh, I could actually bang these out real quick. Wow, not bad. Still baffles me that this simple game is on the fucking re-engine. Okay, I suppose I should do a fucking recap of last time if I can. I don't know if I'm gonna get everything right, but here it goes. Last time we learned who the hostage taker was and their motive. In that, fucking Cabanilla was interrogating a man and put him in, like, a corner with his interrogation, but was called away to the chief director's office. But Cabanilla, in his infinite wisdom, left his gun in the interrogation room, which led the assailant to leave with a gun and threaten people, and cause this whole debacle to happen. As we learned who the kidnapper was all those years ago that put Jode in his really sad stupor and caused all these problems. It's who we thought Sissel was. The fucking lanky-ass bastard in the red suit and the ridiculous hair. Apparently, that is Sissel, which makes us wonder who our Sissel is. But the evil Sissel, that's what I'm gonna call him, evil Sissel, has God's meteor in his spine, which gave him ghost trick powers of manipulate fucking everything. So the moment he realized those powers, he went on a, 5-year revenge streak? To get revenge on Jode, Cabanela, and... God, I forget the redhead's name. Ellie? Lynn. And for the most part, he almost got there, until whatever the fuck we are intervened today and stopped all the killings. But now we're in a situation where, Evil Cecil sold his abilities to what I'm calling Blue France. But they betrayed him in that when Evil Sissel was trying to enact his revenge on Lynn, the evilest Blue Man stole the meteor from the body and just left. It's Linny. But while it happened, Jode and Lynn, Jode was was trying to get good Sissel over, but as a result of him being caught, got hard ejected out of the fucking submarine. And now we are doing every trick on the fucking planet with our boy Missile in order to save Lynn and Kalina? But, we don't know where Camilla. But we don't know where Evil Sissel is. And the biggest mystery after, surviving is, who the fuck are we? Camilla! No! Well, let's continue. Oh. It is almost time for dawn.
Now, if only I could see.
Yeah. Look, you're gonna have to set up an ambush in a town and stop my 200-soldier retinue in order to get me to give you a side stream. But anyway, the upended submarine continues to sink, slowly but surely. A long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. Game? Oh, I know what happened here. Lynn and the little lady found the darkness and salt water closing in on them, but at the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing? It's fucking Evil Sissel. Oh, I see what it's doing. Yep, it's Evil Sissel. Just tell what the... There it is! Ah, that's smart. I see you managed to survive, detective. Hey, you're... Excuse my appearance. I seem to have, lost my body. Oh, and you there. You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, haven't you? You knew about me all along? Of course! What else would explain all these unnatural things? If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about all this time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden? I thought you wanted to get revenge on us. I don't really know. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Oh, we're an orb now. Who in the world are you? Sissel, look at you, what happened? I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. You can't remember who you are? That's right. I came all this way tonight, trying to chase down my lost memory. Quite a bit of it tonight, I thought I was you, Sissel. Sissel? My name isn't Sissel. I bet you'll remember really soon who you are and who I am too. What? man in front of me is not me, I'm even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind. A memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Not that I've shed my image of myself. I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. I do like how much attention they give to Lynn's animations. They got us good. It's all over for this submarine. Its engine room is destroyed, hole in the hull, and it's sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? I thought you had a deal with those people. They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now. The Temsic fragment! I didn't know they had it all figured out. You mean they figured out the source of your power? Yeah. That meteorite's radiation has two effects on living creatures. It gives power and time. If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more. These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research. And I think I kind of got some of it figured out. The meteorite's radiation gives spirits special powers, like possession and manipulation. In my case, swapping objects! Exactly. Apparently there are individual differences in the power we get, and I've seen these powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah, my powers have changed over the past 10 years. First, I could only manipulate small living creatures. Now then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple. It is? How? In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite, the radiation. That's what does it? Dying while being exposed to the radiation? On that day 10 years ago. Oh, they actually show it. And the pose. A fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart, and I died. So, of course, I received special powers. Hey, wait a minute! Is that how I got my powers too? You know, you might be right. That still makes me so sad. Aren't the Temsic fragments still right in the park? You're right. So, that must mean I must have died in the presence of meteorite radiation too. Another effect of the meteorite's radiation is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. The dog is with us, but the dog is also a ghost. So the fact that I could return to 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect? One of the characteristics of that meteorite is to replay moments of death. Oh, this is all strange and confusing. I can't take it all in. It makes about much sense to me as anyone else. Yeah, strange and confusing. That just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Next to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was constantly cycling between the moments that separated my life and my death. My body's vital function stopped 10 years ago, but my body's time is perpetually stopped just at the moment of death. Time just stopped. Huh. So I simply existed. Not really alive, but not dead. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me, ever since the incident. My body hasn't aged a day, my hair hasn't grown an inch. Come to think of it, that old pigeon guy did mention something. He said he couldn't cut the guy's body with a scalpel. So I guess as soon as the incision was made, his body would regenerate. Wow. So his body's just gonna, like, immediately rot, isn't it? Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives. Our lives? As part of the deal, I made those guys promise to cooperate. You mean the kidnapping? It all went fine. I manipulated the Justice Minister and made him issue the execution order. But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. So that's why you wanted his daughter kidnapped. But they kidnapped the wrong girl. Little did I know, they had their own reasons for cooperating with me. Their objective was to wipe out everyone who had to do with Temsic. Detective Jode was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Inspector Cabanel and the Junkyard Super, they were slated to be wiped out too. And, as it turns out, I'm directly related. So they stole my Temsic fragment, and here I am. Is that also why he's been able to beat the rule of till dawn? But they had one more final target. You, detective. If you weren't there, in that park 10 years ago, I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage. Okay, but I was just a little kid. Yeah, I know. 10 years later, and you've become a detective, looking into Jode's case. Tonight, I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. This is what I've been waiting for. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago. So of course you didn't recognize me. But what was with the cat bag? I took possession of you to make you shoot me. Yeah, this right here. This always felt a little unusual. Your subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to completely control someone. The aim was off. The first shot missed the mark. Do you think he has like perfectly honed death reflexes to die in that pose? The junkyard's equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan anyway. But they had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. But then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme. I showed up. I was supposed to meet up with them after that. This is interesting though, because our Sissel had to have died in the presence of Temsic, which would be either the park or, extremely more likely, the junkyard. And we know that there was a cat in that briefcase, but the cat wasn't dead. So, what the hell died?
We'll see.
I was supposed to meet up with him after that, but then something went wrong. What happened? My body disappeared. Ah, the inspector in white. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back, no matter what. That inspector caused me no end of trouble. But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of Temsic. Because you were looking into the Jode case. They thought you would find out about Temsic sooner or later. God, this is such a well-written game. Holy shit. And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for water pressure to crush the submarine. Oh no. There are no cores that link from here to the water surface. I have an idea. We hook up the phone link and... There are no communication cables this deep. They meant for this suffin to be my coffin. A coffin for the dead. There's no escape. I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years. What? This feeling, cut off from the world, all alone in a submarine, slowly sinking towards the bottom of an endless sea. This must be how you felt all along. Lynn? Is it true? We're stuck here? What? Oh, If my dad were here, I bet he'd save us. That's funny. What is it, Sissel? There's something I don't understand. Why would they go through all the trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why did they just steal the Temsic and escape if that's what they wanted? Why did they have to jettison your body far off into the sea? Huh. That's a good question. But I guess it doesn't matter why now. We'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to. Wait, yeah, we do? This'll tell us where Detective Jode is! The present from the Inspector in White. That's right. Detective Jode told me to hold on to it for him. And the bullet is still inside this person's body, right? Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is. But even if we find out where it is, how do we get there? We should be able to figure something out between the three of us. With our powers, right, Miss Lynn? Right. Oh, wait a minute. What about a torpedo? A torpedo. In any case, it's way too early to give up. Looks like Detective Jode is our last hope. Come on, let's get started. Oh, I don't even get to talk to... So my dad isn't here on the submarine? Don't worry. We're gonna go get him right now. Okay. I hope I didn't hurt Lynn's feelings when I said about my dad saving us if he was here.
But don't worry about it. Covers like that just roll off of her back. She's really thick-skinned.
Ow. I can start being tougher too. I want to make my dad proud of me. I'm sure your dad is very proud of you, Camilla. So his shell is definitely there in the command room, right? Just without the fragment? It's there, yeah, but I don't know about calling it a shell. Detective Jode's watch will tell us exactly where it is. He did say it was a radio receiver, didn't he? There might still be another torpedo on the submarine. If we use it, we could get to him. It's a brilliant plan, Detective. You think so? So what are you gonna do? Ride the torpedo? Of course not. You guys are gonna go. Damn. Kinda wanted to see that. Did you want to see me drown?
Okay, what do we do now?
We go find the command room that was launched somewhere into the sea.
What? How? Just to let you know, I don't like water very much.
According to Lynn, the key to our plan is a torpedo.
Missile? You have to say a missile right here?
I don't think she's talking about you. Now then, where did we see another missed torpedo? Thanks? Why is this machine shoving grapes at me? Well, this looks like the private cabin of the top officer, doesn't it? This machine's probably for feeding him grapes while he lies in bed.
Oh, that sounds heavenly.
I've been thinking about this for a while now. But don't you think this country's use of technology is just a little off? Says the guy who made a deal with him? Anyway, it looks like the arm of this machine's a bit busted. You mean exactly what I need? Torpedo room, huh? There might be another torpedo left there. I'm gonna go check it out.
Ooh, I can't. You're gonna use a missile to wham into the control room.
Well, I don't know about ram, but something like that. We'll climb to the torpedo room too. Up is definitely safer. Alright, I'll see you there then. So just to confirm, we're red trick, Missile is green trick, and Evil Sissel is blue trick, right?
Yes.
Okay. It looks like we can launch the torpedoes manually with these switches. There are 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube.
When it comes to missiles, you can count on me.
I'll enter the coordinates for the command room into the torpedo. Where is the man in red? And I just turned on the backup power. We should be able to use the switches. Alright, let's try it. Good luck. The switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken? I don't think the entire device is broken though. Probably just work just fine if I can move the switch. Can I not switch to a missile here?
What happened to the 2 ladies?
I think that's up to us and our powers.
What?
This is no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength?
Of course! Count on it!
There we go. God, this gets a little awkward with having to try and, like, get things out of the way while people are around. The missile flops out. There we go. That torpedo looks serviceable. I'll sit on this end. But something's odd. What is it? The command room. It looks like it's sinking. Sinking? Yeah, like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened. I don't know, but I guess I'll find out. Right, okay, hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you. Okay, thank you. I reset the torpedo's course, it'll head towards the command room. 12 seconds after launch, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window to jump over to the command room. Alright, got it. Then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. But what about Missile, though? Okay, come on, Missile. Missile?
I'm sorry. I can't go.
What?
I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind.
Missile.
I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You'll have to do the rest.
I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I get how he feels. I want you to go, Missile.
What? But...
You staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Sissel, you might be able to make something happen. And that's our only hope.
But what if it doesn't? I'll never be able to see you again. Even I can understand that.
Don't worry, Missile. I just know you and Sissy will make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then. Don't worry. We're gonna make this fucking puppy cry so much. Good boy, Missile. Wow, Missile's a boy. I don't know why, but I kept thinking Missile was a girl. Now, are you ready? 12 seconds after I throw the switch. We're ready. Sissel? Yeah? We never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is, I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything. And I'm glad I met you, Detective. But we're gonna see each other again, right? Right? That's right. We promise, little lady. I'll never forget you, no matter what happens. Here we go. We also never figured out who Ray was, now that I think about it.
All will be revealed in due time.
Also, we're just leaving the man in red here, huh? These last 12 seconds lasted an eternity. Let's try to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light, of hope, reach this far deep into the sea? Before I could think of an answer, our 12 seconds were up. Wow, we got way longer there.
I bet that big masked man did this. I'm gonna bite him.
Better not. He might break your teeth. Or you might break your teeth. Commander lost his power and sinking. So what's this masked man gonna do?
It's Dr. Joad.
Okay, so he's not dead, right?
Only to find out.
Oh, hell, he is. Sorry for the wait, Jode. Who are you? Are you Sissel? Please excuse my appearance. I can't believe you made it here. How's Camilla? What about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. Which is why in Death Time we have so much time in the world. So the submarine is damaged? Why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. It's because he's afraid of my powers. You? You followed us? It's been 10 long years, Detective Jode. Are you Yomiel? But I thought he was referred to as Sissel. So you remember, don't you? How could I forget? So that's your real name, Yomiel? That's a new name. We haven't heard that right now, have we?
No.
That's right. But those people in the Yona were calling you Sissel. That's just an alias I use when I deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to figure out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we could still tell you, right, Chode? Right. 10 years ago, you were a top system engineer, weren't you?
What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know?
Top Pomeranian.
Top fucking Pomeranian. Well, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top-secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multidimensional programming theory. I'm sorry, what? I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government. It doesn't sound like the top Pomeranian you would know anything about. To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought in my life, for the life of me, I ever had to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved in on this one. And then one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of that system. The police arrested you, and then the incident happened. He escaped from an interrogation. Oh yeah, the summary. By the way, Chode, when was it that I was proven innocent? 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomiya. 10 years ago. My soul was split from my body, and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness, Sanity's Requiem for the Nintendo GameCube. I'm sorry. I existed in this world, no question about that. But no one noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anyone. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. It's nice seeing the whole cast in action again. Just shows how tight this plot was written. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly to the bottom of an endless sea. Overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. And so that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. It was the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. His deal was oblivion, wasn't it? There's something I just don't understand about the deal. I'm sure your powers could be very valuable to them, but what would you get? A new life. I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they would help me with my plot. And the second was my rebirth. A new beginning, huh? I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul. A name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. Finally, I wanted to die, surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for. A completely man-made life. That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask a national government to help me. And their response in the end was betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsic was. And you had no idea they were doing all this? Not at all. I was a fool. So, then, why did they go through all the trouble to make a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal it from the park? They couldn't. Huh? After the manipulator incident, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. I'm here too! By Inspector Cabanela. At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance, just in case. It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there all the time. No! Get the fuck out of here. Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them. Nah, not him. He's just a plain weirdo. Thank God. I would have been so mad if that was an FBI agent.
No, some freaks are just freaks.
That park is like a silent battlefield of it on an international scale. So that's why they couldn't steal Temsic. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure Temsic themselves. So that's it, huh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this, huh? Yeah, the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea. Forever. Well... shall we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Chode back to life, of course. What good would that do now?
But we promised! We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them!
We can't do that without you, Detective Chode. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. Alright, fine. Let's see where this leads us. Here we go, then. Back 4 minutes. So does every ghost have this ability, or just Sissel?
I think everybody, because
Yeah, because he mentioned...
Missile mentioned it.
So, where are we headed? We are not heading anywhere, Detective. What? There was only enough fuel on board to launch us away. We will run out soon, and that'll be our destination. What are you talking about? That would mean you're trapped in here too. Oh. I'm not human, Detective. I'm a remote-controlled robot. Your country's use of technology is just plain weird. We get that a lot. Why would you go through all the trouble to do this? It's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There's no need for you to know. Oh jeez, just hyper-murdered, huh? Now it's time to say goodbye. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems. Forgive me. Wow, they just showed me getting lit the fuck up, huh? It isn't over yet.
It isn't?
Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small. possibility. In other words, there must be a chance here somehow. The possibility of turning this around. It's so weird seeing Yomiel's body and not thinking it's our protagonist. Huh? What is it? Look at Yomiel's shell. There's no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. The Temsic fragment's gone. Could this change in the shell give us some kind of lead? I figured it out. I know what this possibility is that they're afraid of. What is it? My time was perpetually stopped thanks to Temsic. Right, but not anymore. Temsic has been taken away. Exactly. So what does that mean? I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment Temsic fragment comes back, the moment Temsic was removed, my shell became a corpse. So that means we could go back 4 minutes before your death? But wait a minute. When was that? That's simple. We'll find out when we get there. Oh my god, we're going 10 years in the past.
So Highwing, if you decide to not do that first, that it would have been like a futile attempt to get to do it because you saved Jode. You can't do anything for Jode.
I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever, and then I saw it. The final death at the end of this long night. Who am I? I've already seen all the clues. All I have to do is remember. The final journey to the truth starts now. I'd argue Sissel's power is no. Everybody has the what's it called, the 4 minutes before death. So the ghost trick is the most terrifying ability. Oh, I gotta see this go down. When was Yomiel's death? 10 years ago when Temsic fell. We traveled back through time and now we're here at the scene of that death. The start of it all is about to replay itself. Oh my god, she was making yams. And it's her headphones too. Oh, that's cute. Give it up. Do you really think you could outrun me?
Yes.
Now just calm down and drop the weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. A cat? Oh, okay. Shoot, you might get hurt. Get the fuck out of here. That's a huge fragment. Hey, where's the cat?
Well, obviously not there.
You're alright now. Are you hurt?
You saved me?
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. So that's the Tempsic meteorite. It's beautiful looking at it from that angle. It changed all of our fates completely. We can't stop Tempsic from falling from the sky, but we may be able to protect you from the fragment and save your life. I don't know. What's the matter, Jode? To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. If that meteor fragment doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. We might not be able to change your fate of dying. I can accept that. What I did was inexcusable. No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. If my fate is to die here, I'll accept that. This will be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future.
Alright, let's get started.
I knew the moment we had time powers that we were gonna do some shit. Now, how are we gonna save you? If Lynn would just wander off somewhere, that would solve everything. When her sweet potato's almost ready? She's not gonna budge from that spot. But you know, it makes me wonder. A little girl all alone in the park listening to music and roasting a sweet potato. What kind of challenge did this kid have?
Doesn't everybody have one day in their life like that? Give me a break.
Anyway, if Lynn will watch from the spot, then we'll just have to make the fragment move. Okay. I think I see the line, but man, this is gonna be wild. And also, I don't quite see how we're supposed to get there. Also, Sissel's kinda stuck.
Ta-da!
Oh, damn it! I was really ahead of my head that day. Well, we can talk about this later. Tempsic meteor is gonna fall very soon. Before that happens, I have to think of a way to do something about that fragment.
I'll do everything I can to help Tua.
Alright. So you can't do anything, Dad.
What are you doing? You're gonna deafen her.
I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. You really startled her. You even made her drop her sweet potato. I know how much this girl loves her food, too. Anyway, at least fate has changed, albeit slightly. You got back on microsecond. Ah, that's the trick. Oh, come on! That was my one thought!
Perhaps there's more.
ammo over here.
Oh, look at the sweet potato. That big scary sweet potato.
That's not a sweet potato missile, that's a Mino.
Oh, wait. But look at them. They're the same shape.
So you're saying you could swap them? Good idea.
Okay, here we go. And I'm gonna need your help.
My help? Is that gonna do anything?
We'll see.
Oh! That's what I was hoping for. Oh, look! The lamppost is bending.
But it hasn't broken yet.
It really is a wonder that hasn't snapped. It just may hold for a little while longer. If I can recall, a Temstick fragment smashed through the glass on its way down. But if Mino sits firmly in its way, then fate should change.
It's about time.
Don't worry, Missile. I think we're ready for it. Look what's right in the path.
Oh, okay. The giant sweet potato. What do you think you're getting away with that ugly monster can?
Ow. Anyway, fragments that path have to change. I feel like I'm missing something here. I think they're making it seem like I missed something. That's why I'm like a little worried. There! How's that?
Look, the course. It changed a little.
Now Yomiel's fate should really change. Wait a minute. Take another look at the trajectory. Now that it's changed, what's in its path? In its path? No.
In the dick. That was neat.
The fragment shot through his leg! What? The cruel twists of fate weren't over yet. Come on. Put it down. Huh? Put the gun down! If you don't, you're gonna shoot! I don't know if it's his detective training or what, but even though he's shaking from the pain, the gun doesn't waver. I knew it. This is my true fate. In the end, I stole his life in my own hands.
I won't let that happen.
Missile?
I'm here. It's a bullet. Now let's swap it with something.
What? With what? Detective Jode, meteorite fragment is what made you pull the trigger. We won't let you become a murderer. We have to prove that murder isn't the detective's true fate, and to do that, we have to stop the bullet. There must be something with the same shape as a bullet around here. Problem is, like, right over there. The yam. Oh. Oh man, he still got smoked. Oh no. We stopped the bullet, but we still couldn't save him. That's not true. My fate of getting pierced through the back might not change, but I'm still alive. What? I'm not dead. I'm just unconscious. Okay, so your fate of death has changed, but still. This fate is too painful to watch. In every sense. I don't think so. As long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me. But we were overlooking one thing. The wheel of... Oh god, the fucking statue. Why does this keep happening?
It's all over. We're out of time.
It's not over yet.
But there's anything else to swap with.
Why don't we just let it play out and try to find another way next time? Even if she dies, all I have to do is possess her corpse. And then you can redo her last 4 minutes. No, I won't do that. Why not? Sure, the facts of her death would be erased, or her memory would remain like a scar on her psyche. I won't let that happen.
But what do we do? Even do we work together?
There's still one ghost here. I think there might be something that could be done. Don't forget, I'm here too. With 3 kinds of powers among us, we ought to be able to fight this battle. This battle against the fate of death. Yomiel! Sicily, you manipulate objects. Use your power to manipulate this. Huh? I don't get it. Just trust me. Let's go. Alright. Gather your strength and spray as if your life depended on it. I'm dead though? In that case, give it your all! And remember, you only have a split second. Now it's your turn, Missile.
What can I do?
I think you know the answer to that.
Okay, got it.
You can swap them. The hunk of concrete will go back to its original position.
But even if I swap them, he'll still be above her.
Don't worry.
Alright, I'll do it. It's no use, we can't stop that horrible thing.
What do we do now? I don't see how our second or two will help. Oh, it helped alright. Those few seconds were exactly what I wanted. My turn. Your turn? Him! You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living things. Wait. You mean... That's right. I'm gonna save the little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. God, that must be miserable. Oh, ye gods. Ah, you're awake. So Yomiel still dies.
Hey, is your knee okay?
No, it hurts.
Wait, he's still in the presence of radiation, isn't he? Huh? Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit. But the main thing is, you are not hurt.
You saved me?
It was just doing my job. The gods. They're the ones who saved you.
What's your job?
Me? I'm a detective. Do you think you could call the police for me? I think you could do it quicker than I could.
But
I fucking died.
what's that?
This is a detective badge. We give them to children who are very brave. Oh my god, has she been wearing the kid's badge this whole time? You know what to do, little detective. Ugh. Are you alive?
Yeah. Sadly.
Hang on. Help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing? To be honest, I don't know. When I came to, my body was moving by itself. It's as if something else was controlling me. I see. But, you know, I'm glad it happened.
Hey, mister. I found this kitty. It was over there.
Come to think of it, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray.
It's limp. Is it okay?
I don't know. I think it's unconscious. It's funny. Doesn't look injured or anything.
Poor little thing.
How about I take it to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitty? Well, it looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Whose fate? That kitten's, of course. Sissel. Sissel? The name Sissel echoes in my... The moment I saw the cat, I was like, no fucking way. That's my real name. These long, lonely 10 years, you were my one and only friend. How about it? You remember now? Old friend? Ish, fuck off. I think I finally remember. 10 years ago, I was a little kitten that wandered into the park. I was weak and all alone in the world. It really does explain everything. Why he has no knowledge of any society. Why he's so, like, physically weak by comparison to everything else.
And also, remember when Lynn said something about her liking, like, basically being in closed spaces, and then he's like, "Hey,
I like."
that."
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that weird little quirk. Someone.
I wanted to say cat behavior, but then it's like, no.
Ooh, that was smart.
Like, no, I'll give it away. Revelation can be too funny for Highway.
Somebody, please reach a hand out to me. I had only just died at the time. I'd lost everything. My life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore, but I still somehow managed to reach out a hand to him. The next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the Black Kitten. With no recollection of who I was. I lived as a cat with you for a while. After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to being just a cat, and the man got his body back. I took my body back from the morgue. With somebody I just had to go see one more time. I took control of my body and hurried to her house. But I was just a little too late. I had just missed her as she left this world. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, I'm coming to you, Yomiel." man named me Sissel. It was the name of something important he had lost, along with his life. His fiancée. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. Those 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man. There was nothing I could do for him. For 10 years I wandered through the darkness with no particular place to go. As time passed, my powers gradually changed. At first I could only manipulate small creatures and objects, but then after a while I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside me deepened, and I started to get a little twisted. I wanted light. Distorted, artificial light. When I got my revenge on Lynn, I would see that light, or at least that's what I tried to believe. I left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away. Yeah, that's when this happened. This odd thing that's been lingering for the longest time. But how did Sissel die? I was possessing Sissel then. It wouldn't very much look like a murder if the corpse got up and walked away after all. So you borrowed the body of your old friend. Sissel was inside the bag I was carrying. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind in this country. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible. What was that? Sissel inside the bag was dead. The stray shot!
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
I thought that missed because the cat would get out of the bag and leave. I was like, so that first shot missed, right? No, it didn't. I wasn't able to control her completely. First bullet didn't hit anything. Or so I thought. But it didn't. So, in the end... Lynn really was Sissel's murderer, wasn't she?
Yep.
It's Sissel. That's when I lost my life. Right there, in the presence of Temsic radiation. That's when I got my powers of the dead. My ghost tricks. I think I understand now. Why was I the only one who was not able to get their memory back? It was because I thought the corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at the time. But it turns out it wasn't the only dead body. My true death was hiding just behind that corpse. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynn tonight? If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? It's simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Why not? Remember the thing about individual differences in powers we get? I could control all kinds of things from the living to the dead. But even so, there's some things that you could do that I can't. You mean, I can't rewind time or change fate. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but I never would have just let my fiancé stay dead like that. But you're here 10 years in the past now. That's thanks to your powers. I just tagged along. God, this story's really good. What the hell?
Why people love it.
In any case, now that the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed so dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten Sissel's fate. I can just bet you the fate of the woman you love has changed too. Yeah, I think you're right. So, that was the last fate to be averted, huh? So, Yomiel, looks like your plan for revenge ended in failure. Yeah. And I'm glad, too. Can't believe we were playing as a fucking cat this whole time. It's so funny. I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness. Well, I guess it's time we go back. A new 10 years later was just born. Right. We should go back to the new present.
I can't wait to see Miss Flynn and Miss Camilla again.
So these past 10 years will all just vanish? Well, not completely. The memories of all of us will remain, including the memory of what I did. My crime. That's the way the Game of the Dead works, huh? No matter what the reason. There's no denying that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either. The most inexcusable crime in my new life. Hey, Sissel? Yeah? When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It'll be like we never met. So, before that happens, I just want to say one thing. The night I stole away your life with my own hands, I'm truly sorry. That's already a thing of the long past. Our fates have changed now. Right, Yomiel? Thank you, Sissel. I'm so very glad I met you. Me too.
Sissel, are we gonna ever see each other again? I could stand it if it weren't.
Don't worry, Missile. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. We'll just have to wait until then.
Oh, I'll never forget you.
I'll never forget you either, valiant little doggy. Well, it looks like you come to live with me now. So let's be getting back home, little black cat. Home, huh? That sounds good. We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning, and now we're each going back to our own new presence. We said goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost. Believe that someday our paths would all cross again. Wait. Before you go back to the new present, I want to thank you. Ray? Before I cease to exist. Oh, you! Yeah, it's me, Ray. In case you forgot. No, I've been wondering this whole time. Thanks to you, everything turned out as I'd hoped. I'm really grateful to you, Sissel. Thank you. But don't forget, I was on a journey to find my own lost memory. Yeah, I know that. I know all about you. Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know, who are you? Fair enough. I'll tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. You changed the fates of many people tonight. The first of which is hers. Fucking stupid-ass cartoon ending. If you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot in the outskirts of town. If that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature. After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. No! No! They stole the box from the ceiling and left. And in the process, 2 corpses were exposed to radiation. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached out his paw towards his mistress. And that's when a miracle occurred. What? The powers of the dead? But how? He didn't really understand it himself. Not yet, anyway. But with all you know now, I bet you understand, don't you? Hey, wait a minute. That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy. But unfortunately, with his meager power, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only one object, only with the power to swap objects. He needed the power to manipulate objects to save the lady. The little fellow chased after the men, but there was still nothing he could do. In the end, he was left behind with the man in red in the deep, deep sea. And then he went back to the world of 10 years ago, to the moment of the man in red's death. What? He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night came again. And that's the other version of the story of this night. A story that's taken these 10 years to be retold. So that was you, huh? No! No! Oh!
Oh, Howie, when I got to this part, I yelled out loud, "Son of a bitch."
That's right. I'm Missile. 10 years is a very long time in dog years. You couldn't change the fate of these people on your own. So you decided to wait out the 10 years? Exactly. And then, at last, that fateful night rolled around again. I'm glad that the soul also aged. By this time, I'd grown old, and my powers were weak. So I decided I needed to find somebody to help me this time around. Somebody who possessed different powers than me. But, wait a second! You were able to manipulate the desk lamp! Over the course of the long years, my powers also changed. My ability to swap objects weakened, but I became able to manipulate small objects. But, wait, in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself? Because I couldn't. From watching the man in red, I found out that there were individual differences in our powers. I can do any of the things he could, like travel through telephone lines. Wait, what? It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power. Especially if you're trying to chase someone. But there's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning I had that power. How? Why wouldn't I? After all, we'd met before, on that night, the first time around. Wait, what? We met before? From listening in on the conversation of the true intruders up to the apartment, I learned that Miss Lynn had lost her life on the junkyard on the edge of town. I followed the ghost road paths to the junkyard and came upon an incredible scene. Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, a twisted and swirling desk lamp. It made my fur stand on end, I can tell you. That was me? So I was shot on the night the first time around as well. You had lost your memory that time too. You just died and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me. What? I just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. That's what you said. And then you disappeared, away over to the telephone line. I'm really sorry I didn't help you. That's why I decided that this time, I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage. The only thing you were interested in was finding your own lost memory. If I could guide you along the right path into doing that, we would both benefit. And namely, the right path would be the path to the man in red, Yomio. What? I gave you the information you needed to know to set you in the right direction. And then I gave you a time limit. A time limit? That's right. As you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have found out about the truth tonight. And the man in red would have been sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would all be over. Then, you mean that thing about ceasing to exist? Oh, that completely made up. A little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted you to use your time wisely. Oh boy. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way. Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. And now it's time to say farewell. These past 10 years will cease to exist, and with them, so will I. Missile, I believed in you. I always knew you could do it. And so, you did. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. Missile, so you waited 10 long years, all for the sake of your two owners? Of course, because that's what doggies do. Now then, farewell, Sissel. And so the story of a single night came to an end. Nobody but us knew what really happened in that town tonight. I made my way back to a new present. What a tragic story! Oh! Huh? How come it's dark? I'll just turn on the lights here. Oh, this is funny.
Give us a move.
This is really funny. Flip around. Aww. Wait, where's Missile? Were you surprised? You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death. Yippee! But it's not even my birthday today. It was my mom's birthday the day before yesterday. I made the surprise for her, but it came out so well I wanted to do it again. That's alright, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right? Really? Thank you, Detective Jode. Dad, you're home! Hi, Camilla. Let me introduce you. This is Lynn. She was just assigned to the detective division today. I'm, like, realizing what the badge is now is kind of adorable. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations. Huh? Is something wrong? I have one of those too. Oh, this, yeah. I have one just like it. My dad gave it to me the other day. But yours looks a lot older than mine, though. How long are you going to keep wearing that, Lynn? What's wrong with it? To me, this is the symbol of a real detective. It's been 10 years. Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day? When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew it was my destiny somehow. Destiny, huh? And now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where that destiny leads me. That you will. That you will. Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're the same little kitten. That's right, the very one. You know what? This is a very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kit.
Yeah, you know how the,
I knew it.
You know how the cat was unconscious?
No, he was dead. Because when the bullet didn't like stick in his leg. It was a through and through.
Yeah, it says shot through his leg.
Still a kitten? Yep, he never got bigger or anything. Wow, what a weird little fellow. I know, right? His name is Sissel. Sissel? I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. I think she likes you, Lynn. Ooh, that's a new figure. Alright everyone, let's start the celebration. Okay. Wow, she takes like 200% after her mom. That's so funny. What a cooperative cat. I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somehow too.
Wink.
And so we meet again, Sissel. From just that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into the world. And I learned something. Their fates, their lives were all so interconnected. Somewhere, somehow, in some way. And now, this is my new fate. Oh no. I guess I really am a cat. It suits me just fine to curl up and watch. Watch the strange and beautiful patterns of their lives unfold. And it looks like I'll have plenty to watch for quite a while. Man, that was awesome! What a good game! Oh! So that's where Missile went! Happy birthday to our lovely Lynn! Like I said, it's not my birthday. Hey, Missile. I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort. The birthdays are for celebrating together with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it, baby.
I not along.
How do you eat spaghetti like that, you psycho?
Like that.
Bullshit, I say bullshit. Morons. There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? Eh, but definitely not good. Maybe now I could be a great detective, just like Inspector Cabanela. What kind of example is the Inspector providing for his men? God, I'm like, what? 15 years late to the party? I get it. I fucking get it.
Yeah, you see, you understand why people like this.
Here's your
game so
food,
much.
gentlemen. Memory, what are you doing here? I heard you were going to be picking new members for the SIU today. So you took on a part-time job here again just so you could eavesdrop? Oh, you have no idea the lengths I'd go through to reach my goals. Like, everything about it just oozes style and love. And it's very funny because someone was like, this was exclusively made because the developer loved his dog, and you can feel it. And it also does fit as, like, as I mentioned before, like a lost case of Phoenix Wright. But because it's just one case, they could, like, laser in on it. It's a very bouncy chicken. Oh, hey! Who are you?
Remember, he never got manipulated into taking the...
That's what I'm wondering. Who is he actually outside of the Curry Man?
Just a guy.
My favorite bit is he never forgot how to read, he just didn't know how to read. Yeah, there's a lot of good clues to it that you would never... Oh? Are you sure we really need these explosives? Not to worry, Beauty, my dear. I followed the instructions exactly. 20 kilograms of gunpowder, just as it said. Oh, they're gonna fucking die. Wait a minute. 20 kilograms? I thought it was 20 grams. Dead. Aw, someone's rich. I still love the fact that, like, if you're a ghost, you can just take on any identity if you assume otherwise. So this is where you work, huh, Papa? That's right, sweetheart. Darling husband, do you have any ideas at all you could give me? You must have heard some juicy stories. The indiscretions of a minister, perhaps? Now, must you talk that way in front of our darling angel? Here's to the stodgy mind of my darling husband. I like the ding on his head. That's cute. I also like how the name Sissel was correct. And then they just, like, really ease you in with, like, ideas of, no, it's not. So are they still trying to go on with their plan? What is their plan? Jode painting Yomiel was a really good, like, red herring, too. Also, this guy. And the meteor still. The meteor did happen. Oh, it's no longer being evicted. It's now just like squatters' rights. Ah, Panic Dance. Today's the day, you know. It's finally getting out. You know, everyone's gonna start getting real tired of seeing you do that. But let me show you a new dance that has been passed down to my family for generations. We do it when we have a stomachache. We call it Dance Away the Pain. Oh, I'm real interested in that one. Think you could show it to me, like, say, next week? Fucking Bailey. Oh, that's clever. Wait, how does he still have his legs? 10 long years, Yobiel. Your time's up today. The young lady who always comes to visit you is waiting outside. Young lady?
I think either his fiance, it might be his fiance.
Oh god, you're right. Thank you, Sissel. Show me the painting. Oh. Oh, that's really good. Also a good photo.
Funny thing, but the one, I guess, oh yeah, she's taking a picture.
I mean, Jode was super good at painting when he was in jail. Man, it says a lot. Because, like, what was the initial release of this? 2007? That would be 18 years, right? 18 years later, this oh, 2010, so it'd be more like 15 years. This game is still really good. Like, I was talking about it before, but I gotta say it again. Like, these were the same people that work on Phoenix Wright, but the fact that this feels like a singular case, but they were able, and it was played out like a single case, they were able to laser focus in on what they could do. And when you're able to do that, you can do so much. Such as make a cat think that they were their owner, which is really smart, honestly. Also, all the fucking donut. And yeah, like somebody mentioned, Sissel's disdain for rats when he was a human. It makes a lot of sense, because like, yeah, he really didn't like rats.
There's like a lot of subtle things. Like, that's a very strange thing to think.
Also, I love dark spaces. I just love being in cramped spaces. Like, also just the general ignorance of society when everybody else was, like, immediately on point. Like, sure, they were unconscious, but everybody knew who or what they were afterwards.
Because he had a chance to see who they were.
Oh, yeah, that's also a good one. The fact that he was able to see in the dark. I will say this, though. Out of all of the plot, I do remember learning that the cat was really important before I played this game. I just had no idea why. And boy howdy.
Kept focusing on it. Why is the cat?
Yeah, like they showed the cat once and it's gone, and I was like, why is this cat so fucking important then? Also, we get a cat one. Nice. No, I want to see our extras. Oh wow, we get a lot. We even get... Oh, we gotta see this. Sissel concepts. I don't think
sideburns and a goatee. He looks like a shithead.
Yeah, I don't think I can take any of these seriously. Wow. It was hard enough taking the original seriously. Holy shit. Hang on a sec, I gotta clear my nose. Oh, I do hate my nostrils. Ugh. What else is there? Yeah, I don't think I would have liked any of these Lins either. I liked what we got with the whole, like, rooster-looking haircut.
The closest would have been the one on the right, really.
Closest to Lin or closest to being good?
I think it's like closest to being like Lin's overall like personality and anything like that.
Yeah, I guess so, but like I like what they did with her. Also, I don't know how to feel about being called a cat boy, especially considering my zodiac sign is the tiger. Oh, this is more Lin's, and to be what we would eventually get. Also, one of them is just a combination of Maya and, who is the scientist from Phoenix Wright?
I haven't played that one, but I don't remember her name.
Emma, that's it. Yeah, the Emma specs. What else is there? I could see... Like, you look at these and you're like, yeah, I'm kind of glad they didn't went with these. They didn't really feel all that, like, memorable. This is the assistant, right? Yeah. I think it's way better that he's a robot. I think that's the one hanging thread that, like, I thought was going to be more important than it was then talking about how their use of technology is weird. Well, they definitely made her a lot more positive. That third concept, though, just fucking nailed it in one, huh? Concepts. The cat stuck, but boy howdy, I don't know if I could have taken Sissel seriously if he was a bulldog. Wait, what was that? Was this oh, that's Zoom, okay. Wow, this one had a lot of adjustments. This is the daughter, right? Well, yeah.
I'll assume so.
That one on the far right, that looks super familiar, but I don't know why. Also, thanks for the sub, General Tank. I forgot to mention it, but thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah! I see how they kept the book with the politician, but I do like how he's just a wrinkly old fuck. The inspectors. They just took the two inspectors on the left and turned one of them green. That's really funny. Oh, Cabanella's a weird one. Like, nothing, none of this stuck.
I mean,
the coat did, yeah. But like, that's it. None of the design stuck. Oh yeah, this didn't stick either. Wow. Probably for the good too, with that mustache. This is the superintendent. I don't know, I feel like these could have worked. I like the one on the right that just, you know, has the little, like, maintain prosthesis.
I don't know about the one with the teeth, though.
I know, that's, like, super racist.
I wanted to actually call it racist. It looks bad.
Oh wow, that chef. Boy howdy, was that chef saved.
He looks too generic. Like,
No, the chef looks like a fish.
I know, but it still looks a bit like compared to what we got. It's like this feels too generic.
Yeah. And this would be Jode. You can see a little bit of it on the right. And now we have, ooh. Wow. Yeah, they really wanted to communicate a lot through body language, huh? Because that's like the best thing you were gonna get in a DS. Trying to find something that would be like a super iconic pose. I had a thought of like, what if we made this super HD? Like, what if we did a well, for lack of a better term, because it's in my brain, what if we did an FF7 for Ghost Trick and just made it high quality? I feel like it would lose a lot of personality, wouldn't it? Like, a lot of the charm from this game comes from its inherent limitations. Like, no voice acting, so you had to, like, use body language and expression to show intent. No high fidelity, so you have to rely on character design and, like, make characters pop. Like, they have to be memorable without being HD. Even, like, the resolution of stuff, like, some of the animations were choppy, and even then they still were very striking. I'm just thinking of, like, a super upgrade. Like, what if we gave the Ghost Trick infinite money? I feel like it would lose a lot of personality, because I feel like a lot of the charm from Ghost Trick comes from its limitations. Because, like, they had to do a lot of stuff to make characters pop. Oh, you can see the little, like, angry stomp. That's another good clue, where they clue you in on, like, what's up with Yomiel's body, when he, like, fist slams the boiler and just doesn't care. Oh, the ragdolls were going to be a lot more, vogue? Instead of just, you know, being a ragdoll. Which I think was a better way to clue in, like, yeah, something is just wrong with Sissel, or Yomiel. Oh, you are so very French. Oh, dead puppy. That was the one that made me sad the most. God, Missile suffered so much this game. Like, good lord, Missile went through it all.
That's why he's a top Pomeranian.
The top fucking Pomeranian. I'm so glad they included this too. Like, it's fun seeing, like, the mindset of how people, like, storyboard the stuff. Also, I just kind of like rough sketches. I think they're way cuter sometimes. Oh god, Sissel with a mouth. This is weird. I don't know, he's always had one, hasn't he? I guess these ones are just like a little crungly. The gobbling animation. It's kind of funny, because, like, there were two different entities that went through 10 years of their life, and they had, like, both diametrically opposed ideologies. Yomiel only saw, like, the dark side of it, and that's definitely because of the circumstances he was in. He was tried and convicted as a criminal, and felt like he was pushed into a corner because of Cabanela. So naturally, he drifted towards the darker side of thoughts when he died, and just kind of got detached from society. Meanwhile, Missile, whether it be through like hope or just even naivety, endured 10 long years, all for the slim, vain hope of saving his two owners.
Not just 10 years.
20.
It was multiple decades.
Was it decades? Because it was
because I would say probably that he tried several times. Remember, there was that one time until he saw Sissel, but then Sissel like
you're right, because it was the first failed timeline. No, he saw Sissel in the first failed timeline.
Yeah, but also the thing is first failed timeline, but then it's just that I guess the whole time limit thing. He didn't think of it until remember he said that without the time limit, Sissel would never have gotten that far.
Yeah. But like, it would be the failed timeline, go back, and then wait. So that would be actually what? No, that would have been only 10 years because Missile's original death was the night of the incident. So it would be one day, get to the submarine, loop once, 10 years. So Missile has only endured it 10 years. But like, that dogged dedication kept him like a lot more positive, a lot more hopeful of like, I'm going to save my owners. Instead of Yomiel's thought of, what the fuck am I gonna do with my life? Someone see me. You can really tell the developers were like, I love Lynn so much, we're gonna focus solely on her. Also, it's still 10 years for a dog, it's just that a dog's lifespan is like, what, 15 years? So we may jokingly call them 47, but a dog has only lived 10 years. There it is! Oh man! Look at that on the right! That's so good! Ah, now we're seeing the daughter and other characters. I'm wondering what inspired the writer's really weird walk cycle, because it looked like she was just kind of hunched over the whole time. Also, God, I forgot that she has fucking Matrix dodges. That's so funny.
I think it probably was just like because they needed something to give her like more personality.
Give her more of a silhouette, you think?
Not necessarily just a silhouette. It's just that it's like everyone's a character in their own right. They needed something to make her like pop out more.
I suppose so. I'm glad that the console slap was always in the equation. God. Man, you just sucked wholesale. Interesting that they had ditched concepts for her. They probably just like, it didn't quite work all that well, huh? This is the guitarist. Then we have, the Killers. God, it is insane to me that they were just like, yeah, they're a sniper. They snipe everything, including a Poochie 3 feet away from them. They're dicks. I'm sorry, the wrapped up Camille is so funny. Oh, this is such a good exploration. I wish more developers did this and just like gave you the thought process of their game. La 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 la. Sing la la la. It's interesting that they initially storyboarded him as, like, the stout dude, then came up with the concepts, but then just went right back to this.
I mean, it could have been a different part. It was just that now we have the character.
Yeah.
We have the character in mind. It's like, what were we gonna do with them?
Now, where is it? Where's Panic Dance? Ah, it's the Frenchman. You know, for how crazy this game was, these two had very little screen time. I like beating a lantern with a lantern, that's pretty good. Oh, dude, look at the top right. Evil Sissel looks so good. Was Cabanel gonna be like an umbrella guy?
I think that's more of just like trying to get his personality down.
Yeah, because you can tell here that, like, he doesn't have the personality quite yet. There you go. What if we just made him an extra bitch? I like finger guns. I think that would have been really good. Turning Inspector Cabanela into Michael Jackson was fucking choice. Also, him having just a chair on him at all times, like a fucking psycho. The Elvis was me just because, admittedly, I didn't want to associate it with MJ. So I just went with a different angle because he kind of reminded me of Bruce Campbell. So I went, okay, Bruce Campbell, Elvis. God, Yomiel's hair is fucking insane now that I think about it. Never got MJ. It's all in the body language because he did a lot of motions that MJ does. Also, it's cat time. I like this. This is such a smart design. It was originally gonna be a fucking eggplant. That's great. And then we get, the framing. I'm sorry. The fucking Pomeranian face is so funny. Tonight in this small-ass town, some crazy shit's about to go down. Thanks, minion. I'm guessing, Shu Takumi kind of, like, uses Sissel to represent himself. Well, not Sissel, Yomiel. Who is this supposed to be? Oh, cutscenes. Wait, we get a cutscene viewer. Oh boy. And this is, I'm assuming, yep, death. Puzzles? What? What are memories? Ah.
There's challenges.
This is plot synopsis, which means... Valiant pets! This was also really good, and I didn't think anything of it. Fucking 10 out of 10 right there.
It all comes together.
The other me.
Like how the chef is called Jovi the Tender.
Ah, they don't show the final mode for Sissel. I want to see something. What the fuck is Ghost Puzzle? Oh.
You like slide puzzle, Highway?
No. Not particularly. Oh, I hate these puzzles so much, dude. We have some slight problems here. God, I'm so fucking bad at these.
If the next tower goes soon, then how many puzzles can Highwing solve?
Fucking none is what I tell you. Oh damn it, I did it wrong. I think I had to do it in reverse to do that, but fucking nah. This ain't happening, hoop buddy. Oh, this is the worst one. And you're supposed to get a 5x5 of that? Ew, stinky. What are the challenges? 84%, what is that? Oh, wow. Fuck all that. That's terrible. Captive on the roof, take aim and nail it on the second try. What does that mean? Avert fate without any deaths after the final fate change. Well, I think we'll call it there. Man, I'm like... Oh, that was so good. And I'm glad they didn't explore this any further, because I feel like doing another scenario like this would kind of like reduce the impact of just how good they just like got it in one. And it's all it needs to be. Just a singular good product. Like,
That's the thing. Not everything needs a sequel.
exactly. Like, I'm kind of like going into like sequel territory by calling it like a Phoenix Wright Lost chapter, but on its own, it's just such a good game. And yet, it would probably suffer from like the sequel problem of the second game always kind of blows logs.
That really is like, what could you do with a sequel without?
Like, you would just be repeating the same steps and just coming up with bigger twists, which wouldn't be as interesting. Like, it's kind of like... Well... Did I stream AI2 for the stream?
Yes.
Did I? Because I don't remember an archive for it.
Actually, probably not, but
I did AI1. But yeah, like, this doesn't need it. This is a nice, tidy little package with a little bow on top of it, and it was super duper awesome. No, I never streamed it because I left it to Torp because I know he really wanted to do it. Like, I also think they kind of got everything they could out of the puzzles, honestly. Because, like, alongside just, you know, coming up with more ridiculous plot twists, you would have to come up with some ridiculous puzzles that would not be, as tight. But yeah, I think that's my thoughts on the matter, and I'm really glad that all of this was, a little bit of, like, cutting room floor for this. This entire stream was predicated because a viewer of the stream, Nave, was in Discord posting a fucking censored CIA document, and I just sat there on the side like, I gotta fucking play this game. I'm sick of seeing this bar of spoilers just constantly grow. And I'm glad I did, because like, man, this game was super awesome. And we're gonna end it there. And I don't think I really want to do anything else tonight. I think just ending it there with a nice tidy little bow is perfect enough. Now go pet a dog. Oh, how I wish I could. As for schedule in the next following week, we are still trying to beat Satisfactory. 6 weeks on fucking turbo motors. Monday and Wednesday are still gonna be Strange Journey. We are like halfway through that game. Yeah, Ghost Trick was really good. I'm glad everybody here could enjoy my blind reactions to it. As for what's to replace the slot, I don't know if I want to do one more one-off project, mainly because I don't know if I have anything I could use for a one-off project. Or do I just, like, pull my fucking hair out and just start 7 Rebirth? Because, like, I was sitting there like, yeah, this game seems to be, like, going up at a tidy pace, and I'm, like, doing fine, and we're getting to the end. It's gonna be great. We could clean this up in, like, 80 hours. I get to a point and the game just says, hey, buddy. You know how you've been doing everything so meticulously and doing every side quest and everything? Good for you, by the way. You've been so rewarded by that. Do it again. 2 side quests in every country for every activity, fucko. Chop chop, bitch. Also, hey Torpid, what's up? But yeah. I'll have to figure out something. I feel like I kind of want to do one more small thing. I just have to figure out what. Who knows? Maybe that small thing just might be fucking intergrade. We'll see. But yeah, let's see who we could host. Let's see. Only one candidate already ended their stream. Did you not stream tonight, Torpid? No, wait, no, you're off today. That's right. Well, you were afternoon stream. Fuck. Brain. Trying to see if there's anything funny. Smite's doing the Suikoden remaster. I'm gonna pop in and see how that looks. Do a fight. I want to see if the effects are fixed. Yeah, I realized that it was an afternoon stream. Look, doing alternating schedules is really fucking with my brain.
We coding.
Yeah, I'm gonna rate Smite. I want to get his opinion on the game. He's just running from fights. That's not the answer I wanted to see. Why the fuck is he running from fights? Well, it looks a lot better than their fucking preview footage. Also, man, something about 2.5D is always really bizarre. Just because, like, man, even when they have all these, like, enhanced sprites, they're still so dependent on, like, pixel art. It's very strange. Like, I think this is Konami's first attempt at 2.5D, but, like, the entire process that SC coined was very insane. But yeah, I'm gonna hit that raid button. Good night, everybody.